Hello everyone, Namaste, welcome to Times Health Plus. I am Apurva, your yoga instructor, and I come here every day to share this space with you where we all can practice yoga together. So let's begin our practice. Let's sit back on the mat. Okay everyone, if you're ready, slowly start sitting back up on the mat. Let's take a minute break again. This is your time to have a sip of water if you like. For today people, I would need blocks and a strap. Strap is mandatory. अगर आपके पास strap नहीं है, you know what to do. You can get any long towel, your t-shirt. Women, you can get your dupattas, anything, okay? Something that can look like this. अगर आपके पास block नहीं है, it is okay. We will figure out, we'll find a way. But to everyone doing these classes, it is best if you can arrange for a pair of yoga blocks and a strap at least, so we can make a practice more accessible. Or if not that, you can start sharing your entries with us on Times Health Plus, and we can choose a goodie bag winner because your goodies definitely contain these. So, choice is yours. Anyway, if you're ready for the practice, people, we will start first with shoulder flosses. For our peak pose today, we need a lot of hip opening, we need back bending, and we need shoulder opening. So let's start with the shoulders. We will practice shoulder flosses. इसे हम 10 से 15 बार करेंगे. Shoulder flosses is nothing but you holding the band like that. You going all the way back with straight arms, bringing the band down, and all the way bringing it up and up. Let's try to practice it for 10 rounds at least, everyone. Inhale, exhale throughout the practice. Let's go. Remember to keep both your elbows locked here. ध्यान रखें एवरीवन, आप इस तरीके से एल्बोज को बेंड ना करें. अगर ये मुश्किल लगता है, आप अपने हाथों को और खोल सकते हैं. The wider your hands go on the band, the easier the movement gets. So feel free to make the practice easy for you. Advanced practitioners, you can try holding the band closer and closer every round. We can do this with eyes closed for a better experience. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep going, everyone. Notice the rotation and the activation it creates in your shoulders. Keep your neck tall, keep your spine tall. Once you're done, you can relax. That was your first movement. This was a preparatory movement for our shoulders to prepare our shoulders for the asana that we'll practice towards the end. Next up, people, we will do shoulder opening again with the help of blocks. Just watch me carefully first. एक बार मुझे ध्यान से देख लीजिए. What we'll do here is, I'll take 2 blocks and I will keep it vertically like this. Right? Shoulder width, यहाँ पर. Camera, try to zoom into my blocks. From that, people, I will try to keep my elbows. मैं अपनी कोहनी को block के end edge पे रखूंगी here, this way. I'll bring my palms together. I will walk my knees back and I will just try to go towards the floor. I'll try to get my chest towards the floor. I will show this to you once from the side. Watch carefully. I'll keep the block shoulder width, everyone. I'm keeping my elbows on the edge towards the end. Okay, so I have space for my chest to go down. Make sure that you're also pushing the block down so the block does not move a lot. Palms together. You'll start walking your knees back. एक लंबी सांस लेते हुए सांस को छोड़ेंगे और चेस्ट को नीचे फ्लोर की तरफ पुश करेंगे कुछ इस तरह से. This way. And we'll just try to hold this for 10 counts. Now, people who don't have blocks, then what? Then you will do the same thing without blocks. I want you to just keep a towel so your elbows don't hurt. You can keep a towel or something soft this way. एंड यू कैन डू द सेम थिंग. ओके, आप अपने एल्बो को इस तरीके से प्लेस करेंगे, हाथों को टुगेदर. You'll walk the knees back and you'll just touch your head down. This is like the easy variation. So people who don't have blocks, you know what to do. Let's practice. Let's get the elbows here. Remember, elbows, your blocks have to be placed shoulder width, not too wide, not too close, shoulder width. You keep your elbows on the edge of the block. People do this with me. Palms together, start walking your knees back. This is an excellent shoulder opener, okay? You will feel amazing. Inhale and exhale. Just try to bring your chest down towards the floor. Look down, chest down, and stay there. 10. 9. Keep holding. 8. Keep bringing your chest down. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. And relax everyone. Slowly come up. Rest. You should feel an amazing opening happening in the shoulders, because what we're ideally doing is this. And this positioning of the arms of the shoulders is very important for the pose that we are going to practice towards the end, which is your Ekupada Raj Kapotasana. I know थोड़ा सा मुश्किल है, थोड़ा सा uncomfortable लगेगा, but it's prepping you. So let's do it again. Once more everyone. This time we'll try to go a little deeper. Let's keep the blocks shoulder width, shoulder distance पर रखेंगे. Elbows को हम block की edge पे रखेंगे. अगर आपके पास block नहीं है, आप यही same चीज़ floor पे करेंगे. Keep your palms together. Start walking your knees back. Inhale. Exhale. सांस छोड़ते हुए chest को नीचे push करें. As you exhale, bring your chest down towards the floor. It's almost as if you want to touch your chest down to the floor. Keep holding. Stay there. Stay. 5. 4. 3. Keep holding everyone. 2. 1. And slowly come up. Relax. Keep the blocks on the side everyone. Good job. This was your shoulder opener with the help of a block. It is a simple shoulder opener. It is actually very similar to your puppy posture. We just did a variation with the block. Okay. Next, everyone, let's start involving the spine. We will practice cat and cow for 5 rounds. You and I, we will do this together because it's simple. Everyone, in your all fours, shoulders above your hands, hip above your knees, feet can be curled or pointed, your choice. Inhale, arch your back, look up. Exhale, push the mat away, round your spine. Inhale, arch, look up. Exhale, round, look down. Inhale, to arch, keep going. Exhale, to round. Inhale, slowly everyone, deepen your arch. Exhale, round. One last time, inhale, to arch. Exhale, to round. And relax and rest everyone. Take a short break. This was actually a preparation for the next asana that we'll practice. We are now going to practice our Vyagrasana, tiger's pose, which we've done multiple times. I will demonstrate it to you once. This will also help us achieve our Kapotasana towards the end. Okay? To do this, everyone, just watch. As you rest, watch. You'll keep your knees together, your toes curled, hands under your shoulders. From here, you'll try to bring your right leg up as high as possible using the strength of the hip, and at the same time, you will also arch your back. So it is like you're doing the cow shape with one leg up. If it's your right leg, you will try releasing your left hand. Try to balance here. If you can balance, people, you will go reach for your foot. Once you can reach for your foot, you will try to pull the leg up and you will hold for 10 counts. Same thing on the other side. Now, it is okay, people, if your leg is not going too high, even if it's here, it's okay. Try your best to arch. Try your best to open the chest, arch your back, and then pull the foot all the way up. If you can't reach for your foot, you can maybe reach for your pants. That also works. You can do this also. No problem. Let's practice it once on the right, once on the left, 10 counts each. This is your Vyagrasana, tiger's pose. Everyone, all fours, we keep the knees and the feet together, toes are curled in. One deep inhale as we bring the right leg up. And we try to bring the left arm up, opposite, right leg, left arm. First, check, people, if you can balance here. If you can balance, go ahead, reach for your foot and try to pull the foot up. Stay 10, 9, 8, 7, keep holding, 6, 5, breathe, 4, 3, 2, 1, slowly release, 1 deep breath. Ready for the other side, everyone. Remember to keep your legs together so you can balance better, okay? So your knees and your feet are together. Inhale, everyone. Let's bring the left leg up. Let's release the right arm. Left leg, right arm. Reach all the way. And try to pull the foot up. Stay for 10, 9, 8. Keep pushing from the supporting hand down. The hand which is down, the knee which is down, everyone. Make sure it's pushing the floor throughout. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Take a short break. If you want to rest in your child's pose, you can. Let's take a minute's break here. Breathe. These little spaces that we get in between the asanas that we practice, really try to observe, receive, check how the body feels, how the body reacts. Okay, everyone, let's move on. This next practice will be your सरल भुजंगासन, जिसे हम बेबी कोबरा कहते हैं, स्फिंक्स पोज भी कहते हैं. इसे हम साथ में करेंगे. Both of us will practice it together. So let's go. Let's lie down on our stomach this way, comfortably, by placing the elbows forward. Remember, you will place your elbows forward. You lift the chest up this way, feet together, pointed. This becomes your Saral Bhujangasana. For today, instead of just holding the Saral Bhujangasana like that, I want you to dynamically use and march your legs like that. For the next 1 minute, people, we are just marching our legs. Do this with me. Make sure you're doing this with me. Try to bring your heel close to your hip. Keep getting the heel in. Keep going, everyone. Amazing. Advanced practitioners, by now if you feel this is very easy for you, you can maybe try lifting up on your hands instead and then try the same thing. This is advanced people, elderly people, please do not attempt this. You will continue staying on your elbows. I give you these variations only so we can make the practice accessible for everyone. So it suits everybody, every level. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a short break in your Makarasana. I know you love your Makarasana. Rest. As you're resting in your Makarasana, people, quickly watch the next thing. This one is your Ekapada. This one is your Ardha Bhekasana. So one-legged frog pose or Ekapada Bhekasana. So what you're doing here is the same baby cobra. You will just try to bring your right elbow, your right arm backward to catch your right foot. Naturally, my left elbow will turn inside. So for better support, you will get your left elbow this way, right in front of you, parallel to the edge of the mat. With your right hand, you will try to get your right foot, you will reach and you will pull the foot in as much as you can. We'll hold this for 10 counts and then we'll do the other side. This one is a very helpful posture for our Ekabada Rajkapotasana. Let's practice everyone from your baby cobra. Let's first keep both our elbows parallel to the edge of the mat for better support. Bring the right leg up, release the right hand from the back, catch your right foot and try to pull the foot in as much as you can. Stay. Just stay there, okay? Advanced practitioners, if you can touch your heel to the hip, great, do that. Let's stay here. Deep breathings. Last 5, keep holding. 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Good job. Keep the right elbow down, everyone. I'll show this to you diagonally also. Keep the right elbow down, release the left hand, catch the left foot from the back and pull the foot in as much as possible. Stay. Deep breaths. You can close your eyes if you wish. This is your Ardha Bhekasana or Ekapada Bhekasana, frog pose. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and relax. Amazing. Rest everyone. Take a short break in your Makarasana. You can close your eyes. Breathe. Rest it out. As you're resting, people, let me demonstrate to you the next posture. We are going we're already very close to the final peak posture of the class. Watch this. This is your half pigeon, Ardha Kapotasana. For this, people, I will keep one leg in front like this in a 90-degree angle preferably and the back leg stretched out. This becomes my half pigeon. Keep watching. For some people, keeping the leg at 90 degrees will be a little hard. So what we'll do is we'll try to bring the leg a little closer. Heel close to the hip and we will really try to close the back leg. So instead of the knee facing to the side, we will try that the knee faces the floor, जिसे हम hip squaring कहते हैं. This is called as your squared hips. You call this hip squaring and you try to stay here. This becomes your half pigeon. If you feel comfortable, people, you can try walking forward. Advanced practitioners, you can fully fold down. Now let's say, people, this is too hard for you and your hip is coming up, you're not able to touch down. You can take a block, you can place it under the front hip this way and then you can do the same thing. Inhale, exhale, fold forward. Let's try to hold this pose for a little long, everyone, on both sides. Let's try to enter. Place the left leg forward, right leg back. If you want to pull the foot in close to your hip, you can do that. Advanced practitioners, you can try keeping it a little away, whatever suits you. Make sure the back hip is closed, it's squared. You're able to balance here. The foot back is pointed. Let's hold this for a few seconds. Inhale, exhale. You can also fold forward if you like, people. Here or here, whatever feels comfortable. Hold. Completely try to release your body weight on your hips so the hips can release and let go. Deep breaths. Almost there. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax everyone. Good job. Exit. Let's do it on the other side also. Okay. Let's keep the right leg in front. Let's keep the left leg at the back. You can use a block. You can place it under the hip this way. Fold the foot. Keep your foot close to your hip so the back leg is fully stretched out. And we try to stay here. Make sure people you're comfortable. अगर आपकी पीछे वाले घुटने में दर्द होता है, आप टॉवल को नी के अंडर प्लेस कर सकते हैं. Whatever is comfortable to you. If you feel very relaxed here, you can maybe fold forward on your elbows or fully touching the head down. Whatever is comfortable, accessible for you. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Stay, stay, stay. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax everyone. Rest. Good job. This was our half pigeon Ardha Kapotasana. I will now see you in the next class for a new peak pose which you guys have suggested. I will disclose it in the next class, but make sure you attend the class, you're not missing it. We'll also do a new pranayama practice. Remember to keep your blocks and straps with you so the practice is accessible for us. Thank you so much everyone. Namaste.